Hello Forgotteners, today we'll be playing Planet Crafter. They updated their intro screen, so I figured I'd update mine. If you have not watched the other videos in this series, you may find them in the playlists of this channel. Let's get into it. Hello Forgotteners, welcome back to Planet Crafter. Apparently there was an update and it has removed all of my upgrades. Awesome. That's not something you really want to see. Thankfully, it appears that all of my structures are still in place. And if this happened to my profile, it happened to all the other profiles on my computer. I wonder what happened. Oh, no matter. First thing we need is a crafting... we got the water life collector finally, but I can't craft anything because I don't have the crafting blueprint microchip. I actually had to spend about an hour in my last my main save file getting all of my upgrades back. I had lost a couple of structures, but nothing too important, just the display case with some items in it. Alright, so we need this first. 2 silicon, 2 magnesium. And in order to get that, we're just going to grab it from here. 2 magnesium. We're going to need the cobalt, we're going to need the iron, we're going to need the titanium. This is going to take a while. Hang on. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to cut the feed here on the recording and work at getting all of my bonus stuff back. All my upgrades. Which is going to take some time because there's a lot of them. So once that's done, I will turn the feedback on and finish out the video. So I will be right back. I am starting this recording right here to show you that it has now become quite impossible for me to accomplish really anything quickly because I've locked myself out and I do not have the deconstruction microchip to get rid of this. And yes, I know I put in the wrong name for this. It should have read sulfur, not sulfur. Alright, I am restarting the stream here, just because it was crazy. I did get everything back that we had, except for some of the extras. Nothing in this. The mining speeds, the map microchip, the blueprint penning microchip, the construction menu filter, which I should probably grab one, and the compass, which I will grab one now. Magnesium, silicon, and a super alloy. Because having that does help us a lot. Having this will help us later. We do have some extra stuff left over from what I had to do, which will come in handy because we are headed to our sulfur fields to increase our ore extraction. We need super alloy rods, iridium rods, and let's only do 2. Iridium, 2 each, and then an upper layer of, I believe, osmium, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's make our way over to the sulfur fields. And put down some more ore extractors. I already have 3 ore extractor T2s here with a production multiplier fuse. So I'm not sure if putting another one here would be helpful or not. We have a bunch of iridium coming out, which is perfectly comprehensible because we just grabbed a bunch more from there. So why don't we actually turn one of these into an iridium. Alright, so that's sulfur, iridium. We do seem to be having issue getting normal materials, specifically like silicon. So going to another area. While the cameras were not on, I did not unlock anything else new other than the water life extractor, which we will need if we are to continue. It will help us get fish, and fish will help increase our numbers quite rapidly. We need 3 silk, 2 bio nuggets, and a super alloy. Silk is currently the hardest to come by, just because we have it all being turned into fabric as soon as there is, I believe, 2 or more. And this thing just automatically makes it. It takes 2 silk to make fabric, and these probably pop at the same time, which makes this pop like immediately. So we will turn that off for now, and we will turn it back on at a later date. We're going to take this last one over here to the aluminum fields. I'm taking it that we have a meteor drop. Or maybe this is... No, this is not where I was standing. Thankfully, in our last episode, I did not have anything left in my inventory. Oh, right. These are just puny ones. We seem to be overwhelmed with aluminum at the moment. So I'm going to grab all of this. I don't have any more spirally rods. I'm going to take this over here because those are going to get overwhelmed with just straight up aluminum. I'm going to build, I guess I'm going to take this off and build T1 ore extractors. One there. And the titanium short, which thankfully is not a problem. And one here. And they will supply just the basics. And that will help. Alright, we can put that back on for now. We will enable this to start shredding again on schedule. We have sulfur fields going well. We have base product going well. We are here mainly looking for better butterflies. We attempted to make better butterflies and were very unsuccessful in that. I need to drink the purple liquid. I have a filter. Do not try this at home. Let's see. I guess we could talk about dinner tonight. Not entirely sure what we're gonna have. There's so many options. There's chicken with macaroni and cheese, baked chicken with macaroni and cheese, and a vegetable, be it green beans or Normandy blend, California blend, vegetables. Nothing too fancy, nothing too hard to make. It takes about an hour, start to finish. There's fettuccine alfredo we could do. The sauce takes the longest, having to mix in all the cheeses and melt it all down right. It's kind of a slow process, takes about an hour and a half. You can find some pretty good recipes for it online. There's pizza that we could order in. There's this great Thai food place that's just around the corner from us. There's also a sushi restaurant that we could go to. Not feeling all too fancy tonight, though. The missus really loves it, though. However, we are kind of over budget. And if you don't budget, you need to budget. It's difficult, but just putting down what you spend and even just to where is extremely helpful to your brain, understanding a little bit better about what you're spending your money on, whether it be needs or wants, and learning how to curb some of those wants back down to an acceptable level. We kind of went all out on Christmas last year, which put us way over budget. But we've been abstaining from spending massive amounts the past few months, which have allowed us the extra cushion to be able to go over budget today. That's better. I'm going to throw these guys in here. Mutagen T2 is still about 5T insect away. We've got 18G on animals, and we're going to have more because we have the water life collector. The water life collector will get us phytoplankton A, B, and C. This asks for phytoplankton B, and with mutagen T3 and fertilizer in there, we can start making fish. I definitely need to expand my fishing operations. Starting to fill up with methane, so that's good. Nitrogen's being taken, methane's being removed. No, I probably shouldn't do this just yet. I need to eat. Let's just fill up. Definitely need to think about how I'm going to set this up, where, and I kind of need a large area. That's actually a good question. Can I? Well, why don't I do this? I have enough to make another one of these. I'm just going to dump all this in here, because it doesn't matter right now. We can have that distribute itself out. We'll have it give out its osmium, its mutagen T1, its it's uranium rods, and it's super alloy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and an iridium rod. We will grab iron titanium from here. Seems to be out of titanium. Three. And then 2 super alloy. We'll just have this demand some super alloy, and I'll grab 2 for now. With that, I will also need a iron, titanium, and a silicon. I'm sure we will find a silicon on our way over to an open area to build our yeah. How am I an iron short? I was sure to have grabbed everything I needed. Guess it just didn't register. That's a silicon. I have to try and find an iron in the dark. There we are. Alright. That looks perfect. Let's fly back on over here. So, and then after we rebuild these 3 incubators, I am probably going to I'm gonna check our power and see if we have enough for 5 more. Because each one takes 215, and we do not have enough for 10 of those. We have enough for 4. Okay, I can move the demand on that. Let's grab everything, and then we'll just drop 1 of each of those in there, along with all of those. sort that back down. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. One. Two. 3. 4. Awesome. I can fit down here so I can fill those up quite nicely. Check power. 216. Now, I know it only takes 215 to run those, but getting it as low as possible on power is never a good idea. It can actually cause it to still black out even though you have excess. I'm not entirely sure why, but I've had it happen. So we will work on building another. Dump all that in here. Oh, good. We're starting to get silicon, which means we have more than enough raw materials and an abundance of aluminum. We can turn these super alloy rods back on. Super alloy is almost full up again. You were to be supplying fertilizer T2, so we will turn that back on. We need 3 silk. Oh, that's right. We need to go upstairs. Fabric silk. 2 bio nuggets. And a super alloy. Yeah? Yeah. Now with this, we're going to put it right here, just off this edge. Thankfully, that doesn't take a whole lot in the way of energy, but it will be able to supply phytoplankton A, B, and C, and there will be some fish that it catches that we will have to figure out how to get it to supply, because it does not look like we have the ability for it to supply fish just yet. Snagged up the nitrogen cartridge. And that will take some time before it grabs us some phytoplankton we can use. Okay, let's turn this back on, because we got what we were after for that. We need pulsar quartz. There's 8, 9, and one more will make 10. And then we need 8 super alloy. There it is. Oh, and what do you know? We get a pulsar quartz meteor on top of it. And with 2 of those, we now have a lot of power. Let's see. These are dead fish. They don't look very alive. That's the golden fish. That's the one that gives the most. And that is time as well. Alright, so here is where it landed. It would have scattered pulsar quartz around. Being in the water, we should be able to see it quite clearly, but it looks like it did not explode in the normal manner. Yep. Everything kind of stayed close by. There's one more right there. Now, if that's all of it, I don't know yet. It looks to be all of it. Oh, there's one. Won't be able to tell if that's all of it until some of that stone despawns. But with all of this extra pulsar quartz, which is 8, we'll grab 2 more. We'll grab 8 of those. And we'll make a lot of more energy. Because we might as well. If we're going to start making teleporters, which draw a massive amount, we're going to need a massive amount. Let's get this out of the way. And with that, we should have way more energy than we know what to do with. 6,000. Yep. So we will be working on teleporters in our next episode. And we will also be working on making more incubators. Due to the fact that we have a lot of energy to do such with. And that, I believe, will be it. We're going to head over here with 1 magnesium in our pocket. We're going to craft an incubator. Interesting. And we are going to set up our sign, not in front of the door, because that was a really bad mistake. I was unable to get into our main base over there. And we're just going to say incubate. Yeah, incubate. And that's where I'm going to call it for today. I will catch you in the next one. This is where I will be ending it today. If you like this content and would like to see more like it, please click the like button. It helps me and my channel out greatly. If you want to continue watching videos in this series, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you would like this game for yourself, check it out on the Steam Marketplace. I will be posting a new video 2 times every week. Once I'm fully at the end of this game, I will be moving on to another in my list of games. If you would like to take part in a vote for the next game I will play, please stick around for that. And remember, never be forgotten.